not just African American children. My name is Robin Bennett, and I care about every child in America. I don't care what color your skin is. I care, and I think I want every child of every race to have a dream, to believe, and to achieve. But in our community, we need to step up. We need to quit blaming. We need to take responsibility and save our children, and that means all children. I don't care if no one comes but me. God has implanted this in me, and with God and myself, all things are possible. And I know some of you are going to be a lawyer in this room. You may be here for, it's called, my grandmother called it in Louisiana, a temporary place. Because when we leave, we hope from this end of the room to the middle to the back that somebody hears me and that someone absorbs that. Someone pull their pants up, young men. Do you know that that sagging is for jail? So why are you getting ready to go to jail? I just can't understand. I don't want to go anywhere near it. I didn't even want to visit it. I don't want nothing to do with it. But I'm just telling you, you got to hold your head up. Quit blaming others. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, I am somebody because God created me. God do not create junk. He created good things. I am here on a temporary pass. I like Miss Barnes. I thank Miss Barnes, but my intent is to go back to my home school and do what, y'all? Better what? Yourselves. Correct? So now you got it from a black man's point of view. I'm going to let you have it from a mother's point of view. Come right in, Miss Powles. She's going to give it from a pastor's wife point of view. She's here in her nurse's uniform.
Thank you.
She want to get y'all so bad she came in her nurse's uniform. She left her job, come on close, as a mother, as a first lady. Speak from your heart to save our children. Ray has addressed our problem in the African American community, in the Latino community, and in the white and in the Asian. But we know the biggest problem is within these communities. As a mother and as a pastor's wife and a nurse, she came straight from work. See, she ain't dressed up. This is how much she care about y'all. She got a uniform on. So let's give her a hand.
Good morning, and please accept my apology for being late, but
That's
I
okay.
did have a patient this morning who ran into problems. But I did want to come and personally speak with you and just to kind of give you some things to think about, because most of the times, but let me just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Cheryl. I've been a nurse since 1981, so yeah, I'm an old school nurse. Have 3 kids. My oldest, he's 28, then 24, and then my daughter, she's 18, I'm sorry. So I said that to say I've had kids, and I know pretty much the mindset and how you all can think at a certain age. And I don't want you to feel as though I'm trying to be mama or I'm trying to be grandmama and I'm just here to beat down on you. It's none of that. Because I have seen it from a physical aspect, I've seen it from a medical aspect, and I have seen it from just being out there in the medical world, being in the church, in the Christian world, and just dealing with people. And I know that, you know, most of you thinking that that could happen to any and everybody else, and it'll never happen to me. I'll never get hepatitis from a tattoo. You know, I'll never get HIV, AIDS from sexual transmitted disease. I'll never get locked up because my homies, they not going to rat out on me. I mean, I've heard all of that. And I just want to put something in your mind for you to think about, and that is you are here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. You're listening to my voice. And I'm being prayerful that you will receive something where if something comes up in your life again, where you will say, you will think about what I said. You are important. I don't care what kind of family you come from. I don't care of who your grandmama, I don't care if you didn't know your daddy. None of that is important. What is important is the decisions that you decide to make. The people that you allow to attach themselves to you. And when I say attach themselves to you, attach themselves to your mind, where they get you to think their way and not necessarily the right way. And they can influence you to do things that you know that you've heard that's not a good thing to do, but you still would choose to go their route and then find yourself in a bad situation. That's not good. I mean, from all aspects, as far as a health aspect, is not good. Because I know we've been talking about hepatitis. The last time I was here, I heard them talking about hepatitis. Hepatitis is not tattoos, all that. You know, you might think it's all grand and fine, but that, it catches up with you. It can catch up. You know, first they were saying, oh, it was dirty needles. Then you heard, oh, it was dirty blood. It got in the ink. You know, whatever. The thing is I have seen too many patients, because of tattoos, suffer from hepatitis. And the thing about hepatitis, that deals with your liver, and your liver is like a filter, where everything kind of goes through your liver to be filtered out. And if you don't have that filter, guess what? You don't have much of life. And the way that the body works, one system affects the other system. Your liver shut down, you start having heart problems. You start having heart problems, you start having lung problems. So it can just lead from one thing to another thing. And again, don't get in your brain that this can happen to everybody else except me, because I promise you, it could happen to you. I've seen all ages. I remember back in the day when I graduated from nursing school, it was just the old people. No, not anymore. It's any age. I mean, as young as 13, 14, 15, like that. Because a lot of times we get put in a situation where we make a decision and we think that we're grown enough and that we know more than the other person. So that's why it won't affect us, but it does. It does. From a spiritual aspect, I'm not God. Anybody who works in a church, if it's a pastor, pastor's wife, preacher, whoever, believe me, they're not God also. But I promise you one thing, that they have been through some things where they have come to know God. And I would highly encourage you. I don't know if you have Bibles. I don't know if you look at, they have all different kind of TV shows on now that you can learn about the Bible. And, you know, God puts you in situations where even if you don't go to church, if there's a death and you go to somebody's funeral, you're going to find out about God one way or another. And that's just pretty much an invitation for you to look into it to find out about God. So I'm not going to try to beat God into you or nothing like that, but I would highly encourage you to look into it, to talk to somebody. Just be real. How about that? How about that? Don't say the things that you think that somebody wants you to hear is the right thing to say. Just be real. You know, I promise you it'll be to your benefit. So I don't know if anybody has any questions about anything that I've said. I mean, I can go story after story about different incidents in the church, with the youth, from a medical aspect. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
All right, now, we're going to hook, the church has got to get involved with our youth. The black church must step up its role in our community, because that's the way we're going to save ourselves from this. To save you guys, to save everything, every church got to step up, especially in the African American community. My priority is God. My second priority is you, because you are my future. I'm 53, my future almost over. So see, I'm trying to save you so you can save the next generation. I want you to bear this in mind. You are not a lost generation. You are a future generation. Our future. You are a future generation. You're not lost no matter where you are in your life. I didn't get in a lot of trouble, but I did my little stuff too. Because back in the day, we got whipped so much, child abuse was our name. And we sure weren't going to call the police on our mama, because you weren't going to live till they get there. So see, that makes a lot of difference. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to video this, and someone may not like it. When we took prayer out of the school, when we took discipline out of the school, that's the reason we're here. In my day, we didn't have an alternative school. You got a whipping, or either you went to school. The alternative was obedience. We did not have this. The only school I can remember is school away from school. That's if you pregnant, and God knows I did not want to be that because it was shameful. But nowadays, we have allowed these things to come. We have taken away the root of the family. Everybody was my family. Miss Betsy, Mr. Joe. When you did something, first you got your whipping at school with the Board of Education. Everybody in the school know you got whipped, so you were shamed, number 2. Number 3, you were scared to go home because you're going to get a beat down over there too. And you better not say that because the lady standing on the porch, she going to tell it to the whole neighborhood. We got to find a way to reach you because we got to become a community, a village. That means we got to hook up with Latinos, Asians, whomever it takes. We're all in this together. There are no separate rooms. We're all in one room together. Y'all understand me? Huh? That's right. I want you to know that.